My name is Jimmie Rhee. I'm an independent filmmaker. I would say the bulk of my work comes from more post-production, editing, doing visual effects, and I am slowly doing more directing work for my own stuff. I've done tons of stuff directing, commercials, music videos, online digital media stuff. But slowly I'm, doing more and more of my own stuff. But yeah, I would say the bread and butter is just post-production work, editing and visual effects. Been doing it since 2004. Graduated from UCLA Film School and then started working. And yeah, it's been 10 years of ups and downs, and I'm very cynical and jaded, but still doing it. Yeah. UCLA Film School, well, it's going there, I found once I was there, it's undeservingly prestigious of a school as far as reputation, because once you were in there, there wasn't a lot of, well, now I'm going to sound like I'm talking shit, but you did with it what you wanted. So the resources were there, and if you wanted to, you can, take advantage of it. But, which I was often guilty of, if you just wanted to slack off and smoke weed, you could do that as well. But I mean, in being there, I would say the main value was meeting my peers, which with a few of them I'm still, collaborating with. And then besides that, learning the fundamentals of editing, shooting, producing, directing, the standard stuff as far as crewing and, all that. Learning the fundamentals, that was great. But, as you would expect, once I got out of film school and actually started working in the real world, that's where I learned everything. And I don't think once since I graduated, no one's ever asked, what film school did you graduate from? Or, let me check out your thesis film. They could care less. Well, so yeah, going back to when I was initially in film school, like everyone, my goal was, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the next big director. So that was my goal. And then, eventually then I had to either bring someone on to edit my stuff, or I figured, oh, well, let me just learn it and do it myself. So, like a lot of independent filmmakers, so I forced myself to learn Final Cut Pro, started cutting my own stuff, then eventually started cutting my friends' stuff because they realized, I was quicker at it than them or whatever. So then from there, I started getting into post-production out of necessity. And then when I got into the real world, realistically, no one was going to hire me to direct. So a bulk of my work, and until now, 10 years later, was in editing. And then again, visual effects started naturally kind of evolving into the mix because, again, I did something of my own or of my friends, and we needed someone to do a visual effects shot, keying out stuff or compositing something in or, creating like a quick little animation. And as opposed to waiting around or guiltily, pulling favors from friends, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna figure it out myself. So that's how that part evolved. And then eventually, that was the bulk of my work, was editing and then doing visual effects.